Hi guys, this is part 2 of the Andromedan message. Now I've got the vibration part sorted out, that you are energising your physical being. Now the work starts. My guides are saying that it's really important now to enhance your abilities it's use remote viewing really. Let me just cut to the chase. They said that we need to know why we came here. What was our purpose, why we came here? If they told you in 2017 that you have a big job to do, the world's going to go through a terrible situation and you're going to have to step in and help, you wouldn't have seen any evidence for this. So it'd be hard for you to believe that that's true. But now I think it's abundantly clear to everybody that we're going through a terrible situation and it's up to us to change it. There's many ways you can do this. I think the first point is we need to know the truth of the situation from those in charge. And to do this, you have to focus on a person or a corporation that has a microphone and an audience. And you give the intent. Now, it's more than just intent. You need to be actually working on this. You need to pick that person. And if you're not good at lucid dreaming, where you can actually make a plan to go in your night time and see them and whisper in their ear while they're sleeping, then you need to work on doing remote viewing, where you go to that person in your mind and you basically focus the fact that they have verbal diarrhea, that they can't stop telling the truth. The truth will out. We did this back in when it was when 9/11 happened, and me and one of my friends were focused on the president at the time then, and we were going to him repeatedly, telling him that he has to tell the truth. Now, shortly after that, he started to make mistakes at his press conferences, and he started calling them victims. He started calling the victims actors by mistake. They made an excuse that he was in bad health, but it looked like it worked, right? Now, there's 336 subscribers on this channel. If only even half of you watch this video and take part, we could really do wonders, okay? It's why you came here. I mean, yeah, it's important to go out and write to your MPs and protest and let them know that you're not happy with certain situations. But things are going to become clear to you that there's more than meets the eye here. That's what my guides say. There's something that we have looked past. And it's really important that you start looking into that. And you can do that with remote viewing. If you're unsure how to do remote viewing, here's a little 101, right, and how to get you started. Ask a friend to help you. They're in their house, you're in yours. You phone them. You ask them to go into one of their rooms. You now look at that person through your third eye, right? Look at them, connect with them, and try and see where they are. Tell them what they can see. What are they looking at right now? What colour on the wall are they looking at? Start simple. They're looking at a pair of shoes. Start letting the visions come to you and see what the person's focused on. It might seem like it's really hard at the beginning and you get a really sore head, but that's just because you haven't used that muscle before, and given time, you'll fine-tune yourself to be able to do this, right? And it's not that hard. I used to do it for fun, at a family party once, and one of my aunts says to me, go and do, it's like a party trip, right? Go and look at my house. I hadn't been to visit their new house yet. Go and have a walk around my house and, and tell me what you see. And so I did it. Everyone's watching me, pressure. And I described their house to a T, even like what picture they have on the wall, and that my little cousin had like a material poster on his wall, and my cousin had handbags on her door, and they were like, oh wow, and then they tested me. Okay, there's something on the kitchen windowsill, tell me what it is. And I had to go down the stairs in my mind into the kitchen, and I saw this little silver square thing, and it had a black and white face in it. And she, oh my God, it's my mum's passport picture. I keep it in a little case, a little frame. So you can get really minute details by doing this. And I think that we're all wondering what's going on, what's the truth. There's one way to find out the truth, it's by going to have a look. Now, one thing I will say is be prepared for some comeback on this. But we came here to do this, so we shouldn't be frightened by the comeuppance, okay? I went to view the Vatican once, and when I got there, I realised that they knew I was there. They seem to have some kind of setup where they can see energetic beings, which told me they must have a lot of visitations from beings that are in etheric form, because they saw me and they were having a conversation knowing that I was listening. And then one of my great friends, I never told him I was going, or my other friend, but my girlfriend says to me that months later, that she went to the Vatican also, and when she got there was this really tall guy with darker skin, who told her that you can go in if you want, but they already know that you're here. Now, these people have never met each other. She told me this story, and then it was months later, my friend from up north came to stay with me, and he said, by the way, I saw your friend, the one that's the paramedic. She went to the Vatican when you were there, and I spoke to her. And I thought, you were the tall guy. Oh my God, it was almost like I noticed my guys always go in 2s or 3s. But it's like just my intention of going, his soul went to keep me safe, and she went for a nosy, and we all ended up at the same time. Now, interestingly, she went to the Vatican on holiday just a couple of years ago and said, my God, I saw the place that we first projected ourselves into, what I'd call a walled rose garden. I've never been, so I don't know, but she said she actually saw that walled rose garden that we first went to. So it was really weird seeing it physically in real life rather than in one of our out-of-body adventures. But I was terrified at the time this was happening, because I knew that they knew I was there. So when I kind of came back in my body and kind of opened my eyes, I was like full fear, 90 out of a scale of 100, in fact I was probably 110. And I was saying to my guide, oh, they knew I was there, they knew I was there, they're going to come after me. And he's laughing, saying, yeah, they knew you were there, but they can't follow you, they don't know where you live. But after that is when I had the MIB experience. So yeah, I think they did track me eventually. I don't remember what this is to me. I don't remember anything about it, to be honest. It was my friend that did the astral travel that told me. She was driving past my house. She lived just 2 doors down, and she stopped the car to look because there was 2 guys in black suits at my door, and she thought, oh, that looks really official. Who's that? She waited at her house, waited for the car to go away, and then phoned me to say, who was that? I had absolutely no recollection anyone had been to my door. So I don't know what that was. But anyway, aside from that, no fear. You can do this, guys, okay? There are certain situations on this planet that you read about all the time, and one's to do with children. Now that has to get stopped, right? That has to get stopped first and foremost. So we need to be tracking down and finding those who are responsible for that action. We need to be going to the places that these little people are kept, and imagining the doors flung wide open and everyone's walking out unharmed and safe, and people who are on their way to these places, something happens where they're found before they even get there. This is our work. We're protecting the kids, right? We're stopping the horrors that are happening to people. You can use this remote viewing for anything. You can focus on a building that you think is a bad place and there's bad people inside it, and you can imagine taking it down brick by brick, or focusing cameras on it in your mind. But what the best thing to do is get people to tell the truth. Get people to speak their truth so they can't help themselves. I already made this video and you may have already seen the first one I put up, but I actually got told to take it down because I am possibly inciting that we do bad things to places where medical things are. But, so I agree, yeah, okay, maybe it looks like I'm asking people to take down places that shouldn't be taken down until proven that it is a bad place. But there's many things going on in the world where you know they need to be taken down. So, from the Andromedans through me, they're saying it's time to awaken your gifts that you came here with. Who's going to stop it if we don't stand up? If we don't start acting now and start working on this now, who's going to stop it? I've seen their intentions, and their intentions were vans, army vans, picking up the men first and then coming for the children and then taking the women. And we all go to different places. That's their intentions. I didn't see that as a happening, because when I'm in those, when they take me and show me, if I'm in ghost form, as in I'm see-through and nothing can hurt me, then I know it's an intention I'm being shown. But when I'm in physical form in a dream and I can touch things and I'm aware that I'm there, that is a happening. And the happenings I've had, aside from the earth changes, is that there'll be planes falling out the sky. I thought that might have been like with MH370 and such, so it all happened at that time because it happened after I was shown this. But now that we're seeing so many pilots having issues, I really worry that's the case. So what we can do in that situation is imagine that the people are healthy and they're not affected by anything, and we're just going to save people with that intention. I hope I'm making myself clear here, because I said it completely differently in the other one. But the main fact is that you have work to do. You came here with the gifts to do it. And I'm sure you have the willpower to save the little people from what's going on. Save the world from what's happening. Because whether you believe that it's an act of nature or an act of bioweapon, an act of war, we have to step in and help. It doesn't matter what your status is. All that matters is that you want to help. So you can take individual people that you know and love and focus on them being healthy and happy. You have the gifts, use them. I really hope that a number of you will club together. You can even meet on my Telegram channel, which is Higher Dimensional Mind, and join there and talk there and plan as a group, as a collective, to go to certain places and do this work. We can talk offline, as in away from YouTube. We can talk in a safe place where we can actually make plans and do it together. Look at places we want to investigate. We want to see the truth of what's going on. Well, we'll go together and we'll remote view it. And we'll all write down what we see, and then we can collaborate and see the majority of answers if they're all the same. But we have to do something, because the energy is increasing on the planet. More people are waking up, which is great, but it means the dark side is also amping up their energy and amping up their attacks on those who are awakening to stop them awakening. I don't need to tell you that what they put in the water and the food and the education system and is all designed to dumb down people, right? They're not wanting you to be an awakened, conscious being. They want you sleeping, they want you not asking questions and just behaving yourself. You know, the ones who are leading from the background, right? I'm not talking about your TV personalities, the ones that run your governments. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the ones who are behind them, who have terrible agendas for humanity, who lie continually. I don't know if you remember that whole thing about the inconvenient truth. You know, the earth is going to be blah 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 in 50 years' time or whatever it was. I think he gave us not even that long. And you don't see that, right? You don't see what he said was going to happen. I forget his name now. The Inconvenient Truth. Al Gore, was it? He was terrifying people with these earth changes, and it just isn't happening that way. Yes, there is earth changes, right? But not for the reasons that they're making out. They're trying to take a natural ending of a cycle and charge you for it. They're trying to make money everywhere they go. They just want to make profit off your ignorance and given to charities, and it's nothing. Yes, we need to change our ways on this planet, and that's what it's about. And this situation that's arisen has given the opportunity. It is a great opportunity to change the way our society structures and change the way we are towards each other. We're meant to be moving into a place of unconditional love, caring for each other and living in harmony and peace rather than living in war and dog eat dog. It's a great chance for change, but we're at the apex right now where it can go either way. So we have to have that final push, and we have to do that from the Magician card. We have to do that from behind the scenes where we're not seen to be dissidents. You have to work on your magic now. And intention's everything. My guides always tell me, where your mind is, that's where you'll be. Well, my mind is in this great new world that's going to be fair and fantastic and full of abundance. My tarot cards keep backing that up, so I'm focused that is our future. But I keep getting that last hurdle card. And when my guides have been asking me for the last few days to make a video, and I never seem to get the chance, it's quiet with the people coming around or children being here or just... And I've been desperate to get this word out because I feel like they're telling me it needs done now. People need to be doing this now. We need to be sending our collective energy out into the ethos or into direct it towards places, specific places. And I know you can do it. It's time to be the change that you're waiting for. And you're going to do a good job. Just put your coffee down and get focused on a place. And please, come to the Higher Dimensional Mind Telegram channel where we can actually talk to each other there. And I'll train you how to do the remote viewing. So with that, namaste, my good friends. Hope you're having a lovely time wherever you are. Bye-bye.